Good morning, class. Thank God for this day. All right, let's continue where we ended the last time. The last time we were looking at email. Today we're also going to continue. If you want to create an email account, we're going to look at how to create email account. Now, in this lesson, we shall be looking at terminologies for that you can find in emails. We shall be looking at the advantages or importance of also emails. We shall also look at the steps involved in creating email accounts. For those of you who couldn't create the email account, at the end of this lesson, I believe you can create it. We shall be also looking at sending and receiving email messages. We shall also look at composing and sending emails. After sending email messages, you can also access it and also reply the emails. And we shall be looking at it over here. After that, attaching also document to emails. For instance, after sending or after creating an email account, you can also add files or you can also add videos. You can also add anything to your email. So we shall be looking at it. So first of all, we need to introduce our lesson. What an email is. You see, the emails they are very essential in this current generation as technology is the most commonest thing in the world. Because right now, everything that we do, we cannot do away in the technology without email. For using an even a smartphone, you need to have an email account before you can have access to your phone, or you can use someone's email account. And how? Why should you use somebody's email account on your mobile phone? So you need to have your folder or you need to have your email account so that you can use the phone as if it is your own bona fide property. So therefore, every individual must have the basis on the concept of email. You need to know something about it. So that's the objectives of this our lesson. As I said earlier, email will help us know, this lesson will help us know the concept of email. This lesson also help us create an email account. This lesson also show us some importance of emails. And also, this lesson will help us send and access email. And also help us attach document to email account. Also, email is a method of sending messages, voice, video, and also what graphics over digital communication link. So anything about email, see that it's a method of sending messages. As you are sending messages using your phone, you can send messages on the mobile phone. We shall continue our lesson from here. Email, so that is a method of sending messages. As I said earlier, when you send a message, you can use the voice, you can use video and graphics over digital communication. Unlike a mobile phone, when you are sending a text message, you cannot use voice, you cannot use video. But when you are using email, you can use it to send voice message, you can use it to send video files, you can use it to send graphics or any other thing in the communication link. Before you can have email, you need first of all to have these things here. One, you need internet connectivity. Two, you need also web browser. Three, you need also email services. And the last one, an email account. So without this, you cannot have access to the concept of email. You need to connect or you need to have all these things before you can have access or before you can have email or you can send and receive email messages. We talk about the internet connectivity. Internet connectivity, as you can see here, unlike sending normal messages, for that one you don't use internet connectivity. So wherever you are, if you don't have internet, you can send text message. But if you want to send a text message or an email message. As I said, for that one, you need to have a strong internet connectivity. And internet connectivity, for example, you have to connect your phone to a modem, an edge, GPRS, HSPA, or Wi-Fi. So when you connect these things connected to your phone, you can have access to the internet connectivity and then can send email message. Second, you need also web browsers. When we say web browsers, what are they? Web browser is a software that enables users to browse or surf information on the internet. This is where you type your email account in this web browser. For example, we have Mozilla Firefox here. We have Microsoft Edge, that's the current one. We also have Google Chrome. So you can have access to these things, or you can learn these web browsers before sending email messages. You need also email services or web mails, or you can send or you have access to email. And web mails here, they are tools that allows you to send and read emails directly to and from a web browser on any computer which have been connected to the internet. So as I said, you need first of all an internet connection. You must also have a web browser. After having those things, you need to get your email service or the web mail so that you can have access to your email. Examples of these email services, we have the Gmail, we also have AOL, we have Yahoo Mail, yeah, and the rest. So you can see from these pictures, those are some of the email services. I hope you are getting what I'm saying. If you have a question, you can ask me. All right. If there's no question, let's continue. Let's look at the structure of an email account. That what is when you see an email account, you need to know some of the structure. You need to know what actually the main part. So when we talk of the structure of email address, we are looking at the email itself. And the email, what is it? And a correct email account must have something called a username. You need also this sign, that is the @ sign. You also have a domain, and you also have domain extension. So this is the correct email account. For instance, say that group 12 uccit1 at gmail.com. And looking at it, you can see that we have group 12 uccit1 as the username of the email. So the email must have a username here. And before the username or after the username, you need to have the @ sign. This is the @ sign. And the domain name. The domain is the email services that is giving you permission or giving you the account. And also after the domain name, you must bring your dot. Then here, this is the domain extension. So this was commercial. Commercial as of any institution can have access to it, or any institution can use this communication. You can also have .mail. .mail is only the military service that only uses that one. You can also see that .gov at the end of some emails representing the government agencies. You can also have .org, that is an organization, a group of people. They can just create this email and then they will use the extension as it. So this is the various structure of the email account. I hope there's no question. If there's no question, let's continue. So we talk of some of the terms. After accessing the email account, some of the terms that you can meet them. we will have something we call the sign up. This sign up simply means the process of creating new accounts. Process of creating new accounts. The new account refers to, or it means that you don't have the email account. So you need to what? Create a new one. You need to create a new one. For all right, let's continue. College. So we talk of sign up. We said that the process of creating new accounts, so we have created it. So we are going to the sign in. Sign in is different from sign up. Also, it's different from sign out. So just take note. Sign in, the process of opening or accessing an open email account. Meaning you have the email account already and you want to open it, or you want to go there, you want to access it. Whether you have mails or you don't have email, you can go there. If you want to send, so sign up is the act of creating new. You don't have the account already, but this time around you are signing in, meaning that you have the account. Okay, hope there's no problem. So we have sign out here. Sign out is the process of closing or exiting. Check this word exiting. Normally students used to write it existing, existing. Exiting is different from existing. So we look at exiting and open email account, meaning that you have the account already. You have the account already and you want to exit, you want to close it. That is the sign out command. We have my account here. This my account, it helps users to change the original registration and other user specific settings. After signing up the account or creating the new account, when you go to this my account command, you can have access to your information over there. Any other thing about you, that is your name, everything, any other thing that you have, you can go there and change it. You can see the date of birth, because when you are creating email account, you need to create, or you need to provide your name, that is your username, your surname, your first name, and any other forms. Also, date of birth, you must provide it, whether you are male or female, you must provide it there. You can even attach your pictures sometimes over there. So when you go to my account, you can go there and check for this specific settings or specific things. You can also have something called a compose. This compose is a command that enables users to type their messages for sending. So when you are sending email account, or you are going to create email, don't say I'm going to write email account. Rather you say I'm going to compose email account, or email message rather. Sorry. I'm going to compose email, meaning that you are going to type and send email. Also, we have attach. When you launch the application, sometimes you can have the Windows 11, for instance. You can have the Google Chrome over there. You can also have Internet Explorer. You can also, by using your web browser, you just type your Gmail and you start typing your email message. You'll find this thing at the email Windows pane as the attach. And this command, it enables users to include documents attached. You are adding something to your mail. Apart from the writing that you have typed, you need to add something like document, maybe your report, your image, uh, or any other thing from a storage medium as part of their email message. So you can access it from your phone, your laptop, your computer, your anything, the hard disk, the storage medium. You can have, or you can take a document from it and then attach it or add it to the message that you are sending. We also have the to command here. The two, when we say two, I mean everyone can just tell me what when we say two. This two command here represent the original recipient email address is inserted before sending the email message. When sending an email message, you have to state the person who is going to receive it. So these two commands will guarantee what make you, or it will give you the direction the person that you are sending the email to, or the recipient who is going to receive the email. You also have CC. This CC here, we see there's this carbon copy. Carbon copy. You also have BCC here. Check the differences. Well, this one is BCC, and the other one is what? CC. We have carbon copy, and then we have blind carbon copy. The main difference is that the carbon copy is used to send the same information to the other recipient, apart from the original recipient. And the blind carbon copy, we say that it's used secretly. So here the difference here is the secretly. You are sending the same information to different recipients or to other recipients. The carbon copy, the other recipient may see the person who has also received the same message. When we come to the blind carbon copy, no one will see other person or any other recipient of the same information or the same email. So the difference is the secretly here. That's at the blind carbon copy. Let's say if you are sending it to Amadou Blaze, then you are also giving the same message to Legend, also sending the same message to Joko. And if you want to also send the same message to Takrade President, or you are sending it to Chamo, they all can see the message that even when Legend received the mail, you can also see that this same message or the same mail was sent to Amadou Blaze. And Amadou Blaze will also see that the same mail was sent to Legend. But when we come to the blind carbon copy, none of them will see that any other person also received the same mail. Meanwhile, we have sent the same message or the same information to this group, but they will not see that this person has also received the message. So you check the differences well. I said check the differences well. So right now you can see the differences is the secretly. All right, let's continue. We have also subjects. At the email windows pane or the compose page, you will see this subject here. This subject is not subject like the ICT, RMA, Ghana language, as someone will say. This subject here is the location where the title of the email message is typed before sending the message. When you want to send an email message to someone, for instance, you know that Legend don't like reading long messages. So when you are sending the message to him, there's this column here, that's the subject. You write, maybe if you want to send an invitation to your wedding, just type wedding at the subject here, or invitation to my wedding. As soon as he sees the invitation to my wedding, he will definitely read the mail. Or when you tell Alex that, Charlie, for instance, you want to meet somewhere, you could go, you want to go out and chill. For instance, you're going to Kato. So you are sending mail to Alex, you are giving him all the location and the other thing. Alex will not have time to just open the mail and then read everything about it. But when he sees the subject, Kato movement, or the subject page, you write the Kato movement. Immediately he sees that, he will just rush and then go and read the mail so that so that's the location where the title of the email message is typed before sending the message. So it carries the attention of the recipient. And when the person receives the mail without opening it, he can read what is in the email message. Supposing you provided the subject. Let's go on. We already said that before you can have or you can send mail to other person over the internet, you need to have your email account, and also we look at the structure of the email address. When you are creating email address, there are some certain things that you need to do and other things that you shouldn't what do it. So below are some of them. Email address may comprise of letters. That is from A to Z. You can also add numbers, that is from 0 to 9, and also other symbols like the forward slash, the underscore, and so on. So when you are creating email accounts, so as you can see your Augustine 1988 underscore at gmail.com. You can have letters over there, that is A to Z. You can have 0 to 9, that's numbers here, and all those symbols like the underscore and the forward slash. One thing you need to also know is that an email address must begin with a letter, not a number. So, suppose you want to create your email address, then you type 17, let me say 17 Akosia Menu at gmail.com. That one is not accepted. You need to first of all begin with the name before you go to what? The number. Also, you can have address. Address is created with only small or lowercase letters. When you are creating email address, don't combine with capital letters. Looking at the email here, it is all in small letters or lower cases. Also, you shouldn't leave a blank space. For instance, you're Augustine, then you type space bar and then you continue. No, email address, they are not allowed to leave a blank space in it. Every email address must have a strong password. We'll talk about password in our next lesson. And I hope some of you, even your phones that you are using and your laptops, you have password, and you know the reason why you people put password on your what? Your phones and your computers. So when we get there, that one we are not going to find it very difficult. All right, welcome back. So as I said, we should look at the password. So let's continue looking at the advantages and importance of email address. I hope at this end of the lesson, some of you who don't have email address will quickly rush and then create one for yourselves. One of the advantages is that email addresses are used for sending files such as images. Okay, let's continue from where we was the last time. So we were talking about the advantages or the importance of email address. Say that email is very fast as compared to other sending mail like the text message or the WhatsApp and the rest. Email is very fast as compared to it. Also, email generates an immediate response. As soon as the person receives the mail, you can also respond you back immediately. Email is very targeted. He said that information can also be stored. So the mail that you send is being stored. So unless you go and recycle your bin or you go and trash your bin, so that the mail will be removed from your email account. Email also expands your reach. For instance, you can send mails along wherever, even, and it's not costly. Unlike when you are sending text message, the amount of words that you type they charge, like the MTN. You want to send a long message. You type, you see that first of all, they will first deduct some, then another one also come. You can deduct about 3 cities for one text message. As for email, you don't care about the number of words, number of items, files, and other things attached to it. So you can send as long as any information that you want. Email may also grow your organization. For instance, you can attach your email to your products that you have or you as what you have produced. So let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. So we are looking at the importance or the advantages of the email address so that they grow your organization. For instance, if you have an organization like a football academy at Awal FC, you can add your email to it so that whenever anyone wants to send, you want to play a football match with your team, it's not that it's going to look for your number. Maybe your phone is nowhere to be found. So you can just send email through our contact so that, or his account so that you just receive the mail and then our FC will come to wherever you are so that they will play the football. As you say, anything with advantages also have disadvantages. So it's not that email it is very you should what focus on it or you should just trust email. There are also some disadvantages attached to emails. One, privacy issues. Email can be intercepted by hackers and redirected. So if you have a hacker like Derek and then Alex, when they get to see that you are sending, when because always they're on the internet, so they can just track you and pick the information that you are sending to someone. They will intercept it, so they can redirect the text message or the mails. For instance, you want to send it to Awal, they will just redirect the message and give it to Chairman or Chamo. Also, viruses can be transferred onto computer through emails. You will be at your place when Derek will send you a mail. Hey, then you'll be happy. Hey, that's for today. Derek has sent me an email. Let me go and open it fast and see what he's talking about. Fortunately, when you just open the mail, you see that all the information of your computer is what? Is corrupt. You can send virus through emails. So that makes email unsafe. So that's why I say that when you don't know the person who sent the message, sometimes you shouldn't open it. As I said, that spam, that's unwanted emails. Is it sent to others through email? Also, let's go and look at how to create email accounts. So there are the steps involved. What you need to do is you need to launch your internet browser, as we said earlier. This time we're going to look Microsoft Edge. Then what you do is just type the www.gmail.com as the email service, the address bar. When you type it in the address bar, you click on sign up or the create new button on the sign in page. So, for instance, you launch your web browser, so we have the Microsoft Edge here. So the address bar, you type www.gmail.com